Okay, welcome back to KC's Beer Room. I'm KC, and coming up on tonight's show, we're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day by drinking a Murphy's Irish Stout, and we're going to be making the new classic Irish meal, the Irish Spice Bag. So let's go into KC's kitchen and get this beautiful little meal ready. Let's do it. Okay, so we're in KC's kitchen. So what we're going to do first is I'll show you all the ingredients we're going to use to make the poor man's Irish spice bag, or just the cheap and easy way of making an Irish spice bag. So here's our essential ingredients. We have some super crunch chips. You could cut up your own potatoes and make them fresh. Here we've got some chicken tenders. Here we got a curried sauce. Here we got our capsicums, or as you like to say in America or in England, peppers. We've got some Indian spices, and we've got an onion. So over here we've got the deep fryer going. So we're going to deep fry the chips and the tenders. And next thing I'll do is I'll cut up the capsicums and the onion and get them in the fry pan. Right, so I think I'm only going to need half of one of these peppers, so we'll cut them in half. Half of these peppers, I should say. So I'll fast forward this so you don't have to watch me cutting all these ingredients up. Okay, so that's the vegetables cut up. Deep fryer is still heating up. It's just turned off, so we'll get the chicken and chips in there soon. And I've just put a bit of butter in the fry pan. Let's add a bit of oil, spray oil, I should say. And we'll get the veggies. We'll just let that heat up a bit more. So we'll get these chips, we'll put them in the basket. We'll let them get them going. Probably about 10 minutes, give or take a couple. So there we go, we got them going. So that's bubbling away nicely there. Let's get these in. Get the onions in. We'll let them stir fry up. Let's just move that chopping board out of the way. All right, so we'll just stir fry these up. Get them just to go soft. So I don't know when this spice bag originated, but it is a popular thing now. You can get them in Sydney. So that's the veggies cooking. So there's the chips deep frying away there. So I'll bring you back when it's time to put the chicken tenders in the deep fryer and when these have finished cooking through. So we're just going to add some of this. This is garam masala, Indian spices. We'll just put some of this in with the vegetables. Let's not be shy. Let's get it in there. Hang on. It's clogged up a bit. There we go. Get that in there. She's a bit clogged up, so just give it a bit of a tap. Right, that should do. Look at that, looking fantastic. Right, so the bell's gone for the chips. They're done. We'll just get them out and let the oil drip off a bit. And then we'll transfer them over into this bowl with some paper towel to absorb some more of the oil. So here's our veggies. They're nearly done. They're softened right up. I've added a bit too much of that masala, garam masala, off camera. I opened up the lid and tried to pour it in and a shitload went in there. So it's going to be nice and spicy. So that's nearly ready. We'll go back to the chips. Let's get them in there. Sorry, missed that, didn't you? Anyway, so the nuggets. Let's get the nuggets. How many should we do? Or the tenders, I should say. We'll probably just do 3 tenders. Get them going. Probably about another 10 minutes for them, I'd say. So the chips are done. The chicken tenders are in the deep fryer. The vegetables are done. And how they normally serve this up in a brown paper bag. So we've got a couple of, well, we'll probably only need one brown paper bag to put it all in. I'll bring you back when it's ready to assemble. Right, so this chicken's nearly ready. It's not sure if you're supposed to deep fry this because on the packet it did say oven or air fryer, but anyway, they're looking golden and crispy. Our chips looking fantastic. Our vegetables are done. So now I'm just going to put this curry sauce into the microwave. We'll probably just whack it in there for 60 seconds. Let that heat up. So here's our chicken. It's done. Just waiting for the ding. Any second now. Any second now. Ding. We'll just let that oil drip off. And then we're going to put it into there. Let that drain. All right, we'll just let them drain off a bit. We'll just switch that off. All right, so I'll bring you back when we're about to assemble. Right, so everything's ready. The curry sauce must have been in an aluminium foil pouch because when I put it in the microwave, it started sparking up. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make it in the bowl so you can see it better than me putting it in the brown paper bag. But then I'll transfer it in the bag when we go back out to the beer room. Let's just get rid of that. So here's our tenders. We'll just place them there nicely. Let's get that one up like that. It's all about appearance, isn't it? Right, let's grab the veggies. Spoon them over. Do it so you can actually see what I'm doing, hey? So you could add your own other spices, garlic, fresh ginger, whatever else you got in your pantry. This is all I had. So it's that done. Yeah, I guess all that's left is pour the curry sauce over. Oh, and I did add some of this Frango's, there you go, Frango's chicken salt to the chips. Right, so before we show you, let's just add a bit of salt and pepper. You never have enough, can you? So that's it. That's the Irish spice bag made in Casey's kitchen on the Casey's Beer Room show. Does that look fantastic? I don't know. So that's him. So let's take it out to the beer room and let's get into that Murphy's beer, the Irish dry stout and some Irish spice bag. Right. Okay, welcome back to Casey's Beer Room. I'm Casey. This is Casey's Bar. This is the Big Beer Show. It's the 20th of March. It's 4:56 p.m. in the afternoon and it's 28 degrees in the beautiful Blue Mountains, and we've just finished cooking our Irish spice bag. It's in the brown paper bag. I'll open it up and try to give you a bit of a look inside. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to pour it back into the bowl, but I thought I'd put it in the brown paper bag because that's what they come in when you buy them in a takeaway shop, a chippy, as they'd say in Great Britain. So, as I said, it was St. Patrick's Day. It was St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday. I think that's the 17th or the 18th of March. I can't remember. Anyway, so we're going to be celebrating all things Irish. So hopefully you went out on that day, St. Patrick's Day, and you got whacked in the back of the head with a shillelagh, or just got a good, nice head butting off some Irish thug. Anyway, we're going to be trying the Murphy's Irish Stout with the Irish spice bag. Let's just pour it out into the bowl. Hopefully it all comes out. It probably looked like a dog's breakfast. And there's a lot in there. So like I said, the Irish spice bag has hot chips, chicken, capsicums or peppers, onions, and a beautiful curry sauce. So I'll bring it around and give you a quick look at what it looks like here. Doesn't look that great now, but I'll put this picture up what it looked like before. It went in the brown paper bag. So let's crack one of these Murphy's Irish Stouts open. Already had a couple, don't like surprises. So there's the can, Murphy's Irish Stout, 1858. It was founded by James J. Murphy in 1856, 1858. Let's put the beer goggles on. 1856, it contains malted barley, hops, hop extract, nitrogen, and all the other good stuff that you'll find in beer. So it's nitro surged, I guess so, if it's got nitrogen in it. Let's just put this up near the microphone so as we crack it so you can hear it. Oh yeah, there's that sound. And we're going to do a pretty heavy pour. Watch and wait for the surge. If we can't see the surge here, I did pre-record a surge, so I might put that up and show you that instead. Or we could just bring it around in front of you. It does have a widget. There is a widget. So you can see that starting to rise. So once that settles, we'll bring you back. And we'll go in for the snifferoonie and a tasteroonie. Well, it doesn't take long. The previous two didn't take that long for that to settle. So this Irish spice bag. Has anyone had one yet? If you have, leave a comment and let us know. So there's the chips. There's a tender. It's got some capsicums, peppers, onion, mustard, Indian spices, and a nice curry sauce. So why don't we get in there and have a bit to start. The chips were crunchy. They're gone a bit soggy now because it has been a while since I made it, since I've come out here. Let's have a bite of the old chicken tender with a bit of these peppers, or as we say in Australia, capsicum. I can imagine if you're on the cold streets of Dublin. Let me swallow that before I start talking. If you're on the cold streets of Dublin and you've had a gut full of Murphys and you walk out and there's the chipper, go in there, give me one of those spice bags, baby. And you would just demolish this in seconds. So anyway, that beer's settled. I'll bring it around and show you. It's black. It's got a nice, creamy, foamy, tan head. Let's put it up to the light. Can we see any light coming through? There is a tinge of orange coming through the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but you'll have to trust me on that. So, I have done a bit of research on this beer, and it's supposed to be very creamy, very low carbonated, chocolate, coffee flavours from those roasted malts. So Murphy's Brewery was originally in Cork County, Ireland. It is now owned by Heineken and made in Edinburgh. It's not even Irish anymore, it's Scottish. But having the name James, Jimmy, up Jimmy, doing Jimmy. He might as well have been Scottish anyway. So let's have a sniff. Not much happening. A slight coffee-ish smell. Maybe a bit of roast malt, but not a great sniff of aromas coming from this beer. That's a snatch. Let's get it out of the hatch. Oh, don't you love it when beer runs down your chinny chin chin? Like I said, minimal carbonation, not a great deal of bitterness, very light to medium bodied beer. If anything, it's a bit like a iced coffee / chocolate milk. It is very creamy, hardly any carbonation. It's like a cordial beer. %, coming in a 500ml can. I did watch a few other reviews that were done by Englishmen. One is Paul's Beer Reviews. He did the Irish Stout, but his was a can draft. Well, it said draft on the can. That was about a year ago. He wasn't that impressed with it. It's leaving a beautiful looking ring around the beer glass. Right then, shall we get a bit more of this into us before we finish up and get into the beer? We get a chip, we get some capsicum. We get some capsicum. I'm sure if you made this fresh with your own cut potatoes, battered and crumbed your own chicken, made your own curry sauce, it'd probably be a lot better. But this is all right, mate.
probably leave this, and then later on tonight, after I finish off my beers and bourbon, I'll probably get back into this and finish it off. Irish Spice Bag. Hope you enjoyed watching me cook it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Back to the beer. Yeah. It is creamy, it is milky. To me, it's a little bit watery. It's only 4%. I think Guinness is 4.2 maybe. But at least it's made in the Northern Hemisphere, not like the Guinness we get here in Australia where it's made here. So look, it's not impressive, it's not bad. It's alright. I wouldn't drink more than the 4. I'll finish this off and crack the other can open inside with Mrs. Beer Room. And then I'll just sit back and enjoy the footy and drink some bourbons. So that's Murphy's Irish Stout. It's 4% in a 500ml can. I picked these up in Aldi. I think they were $16 maybe for the 4-pack. If you wanted a 4-pack of Guinness, that was about $21 or something, similar-ish. But I went with the Murphy's because it is imported. Look, it's alright, I don't mind it. It's a bit weak, it's a bit flat. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. It tastes like a iced coffee to me. You might enjoy this sort of stuff. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day to all you viewers and all the Irish out there. Sure to be sure, suck a potato. Right. Yeah. Good stuff. The Irish Spice Bag. Right, you will get there, and you better send a Murphy's and an Irish Spice Bag down the back of your throat. Arr, sure to be sure, pirate. I'm a pirate. No, I'm Irish. I'm not a pirate. Send it!